Incoming Kentucky freshman Jasper Johnson, who is fresh off a gold medal with the USA basketball U19 team. Jasper had a good tournament. I think that, he didn't play as much on the U18 team, right? Found a really good role on the U19 team, shot over 40% from three, really showed some things, was able to be a pretty big factor on a team that won a gold medal and played extremely well. Jamie Shaw actually had some time to talk to Jasper about that. Talked about playing on the team, talked about what it was like to play for Coach Tommy Lloyd and everything else that went with that. He also talked about expectations that he has for this Kentucky team. Said a lot of good words about Mark Pope, as I feel like everyone always does. Like talked about all the energy he has, high character, someone that you can trust. It's hard to find someone that I feel like actually bad marks Mark Pope, and I think that's for good reason. I think he's a true, genuinely great guy. But speaking on expectations for this Kentucky team, he said that I feel like we can be really good, the number one team, and come out and win as many games as possible. I know BBN fan base has been waiting for a national championship, so we're trying to give them what they deserve this year. They're the best fan base in the country. They've been waiting for that, so we're all working really hard this offseason to hopefully win a national title. Hashtag number nine, hashtag the assignment. Everyone knows about it. We've seen the videos. I guess I'll throw it to you because Rob, we had some back and forth on this channel, mainly between Greg and I, on the wording that players use when they talk about preseason expectations. Like
Mhm.
the TKRs of the world are like, I mean, we're the number one team in the country. I don't know what you're talking about. Like we're going to win a national title. There's also players that are like, I mean, I think we're good enough to do it. I think we're Final Four caliber. I think we're good enough to do it. We got to handle business. And then there's call this whatever you want. Jasper Johnson feels like they can be really good, the number one team, and they can come out and win as many games as possible, and they're going to try to win, and they hopefully want to win a national title. So I'll throw it to you for your thoughts on Jasper Johnson's expectations for this Kentucky team.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. First off, he's a freshman coming in with a pretty established roster around him. Like he's not going to be the one talking crap that other guys got to back up, right? I mean,
Mhm.
he's going to have a big role in this team too, obviously, but I don't think he's not trying to stir the pot. You should think that you could be the number one team in the country with the talent that's on this team. Yeah, you should have your eyes on a national championship. One thing that Greg and I go back with a lot is about how expectations for Kentucky have changed now that Mark Pope is there, and if they're okay just making Sweet 16s and all this kind of stuff. And I kept trying to say like, no, it's a 1 year thing, but like from now on, it's title or bust. And it seems like that's the case here with this team because he's not even like fully on campus yet. And he's sitting here talking about he knows that the fan base wants a national title, and that's the goal, is to win a national title. Like expectations are back to where they should be at Kentucky, right? So, particularly with a team like this, the money you've spent in the portal and money you spent to land some of these freshmen, including Jasper Johnson, to formulate this roster. Like expectations are there. You have guys talking about how they could be the number one team in the country. To me, like this quells any concerns about like internal standards that people may have about Kentucky and Mark Pope. Like to me, that this is all good. This is exactly what they should be thinking.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.
Yeah, look, look. Kentucky is a top 10 team, right, in the country. I think there could be anywhere from like let's say 6 to 11 preseason. If someone had them 11, I'd be a little bit like, okay, I don't know about that. I think they're a certified top 10 team. Kentucky, to me, I put them in the category of teams that could win a national title. Like that I
Yeah.
think there's a group of I just obviously if I actually did the numbers and the math in my head, I'd probably say something different. But there's a group of like 8 to 9 teams I think that could win a national title, like realistically. And I think Kentucky would fall in that mold. And I think they do have a good team. They have good players, and I think that Mark Pope is a coach that could win a national title, which I don't think I would have said when he first came in, but I'm starting to just come around on Mark Pope in general, maybe even more so. Like obviously, I think I have questions about the roster, even as all rosters have questions. No roster is truly perfect, but I actually believe in Mark Pope, and I believe in this roster more than I think I did initially. So I think this is a good way to think about it. Now, at the same time, I don't think you're going to find Kentucky preseason #1 anywhere, right?
No, 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 no.
Why'd you think? Why'd you think
Like
about that for a second?
because I think they're in the top of the, or you could argue with them being in the top of the second tier, but there is that first tier of teams like Houston, like Purdue, that are separate. And I think I'd throw Florida in there as well. Like those teams have separated themselves a little bit in terms of preseason expectations. Kentucky, I think, is right at the top of that second tier where it's like the reason you're not there is because we haven't seen you really play together.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But I'm all for this confidence from Jasper, and also like to my first point, I think he said it the right way.
Right.
Low, excuse me. I think he said it the right way. It wasn't like yeah, we're Kentucky. We're the #1 team. Like I think it's he knows what expectations come with Kentucky. And to your point, that was a big talking point about Mark Pope's Kentucky. What are the expectations with him at Kentucky? The expectations haven't changed. The expectation is win
Right.
#9, hashtag the assignment, get it done. But I love this from Jasper Johnson, and I'm very interested to see. I guess lastly, I'll ask you on this one: what is his role with this with this Kentucky team?
I think his role is to come off the bench, play anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes a game, depending on situations and, foul trouble and what have you, and score. Shoot the ball. He's in a good situation, I think, where he's going to have a sizable role, but also be able to play with some freedom and do a lot of the fun stuff that comes with playing basketball.
Yeah, like be a guy that is that 20 minute a game, maybe bench guy, fit 10 to 20, like you said, that comes up, shoot the basketball, score it, go do you. Like you have this
Right.
this time, it's your time, go do it. And to his benefit, I think his experience and role with Team USA is actually going to align a lot with what he's going to do with Kentucky, which I think bodes well for Kentucky in this case. So, yeah, good for Jasper Johnson. I love see. I'm a big Jasper Johnson fan, as people know on this who watch us a lot. So I'm very interested to see what he looks like with Kentucky this season. But it seems that Mark Pope has everybody on the same page expectations wise. Now you just got to see how it plays out.